Hello guys, so what really is the Python language? It's totally fine if you hardly know anything about Python. In this video, I'm going to give you a brief introduction on what Python is and why you should consider learning Python as your preferred programming language. So let's begin our today's video. Let's now talk briefly about why Python syntax is so unique. Python syntax is not so weird like many of the other programming languages as they are using C-like syntax. The C-like syntax is inspired from the C language. And why I am saying that because the code written in C language is recognized by its usage of curly braces and excessive semicolons. Python language, however, doesn't have C-like syntax, and if you can see this written code in Python, you can easily judge that how easy it is to read Python code. In Python, whitespaces are significant, and therefore indented whitespace in the code has a purpose. Whitespace doesn't exist in the C-like syntax programming languages as they are using curly braces for each block code. Python is used in many ways to write code, and is considered to be a general-purpose high-level language to write code in many ways. Some programming languages are special-purpose languages, which means they are designed to be used in a specific ways, like financial data analysis, statistical data manipulations, and mathematical calculations. As Python is a high-level programming language, so there is no need to learn the internals of computer, and instead you are going to focus on how you are going to write simple human-readable code. As you all know that Python is a multi-paradigm programming language. Basically, paradigms are different styles of coding, and generally we are familiar with the three paradigm styles in the programming languages, and those are structural programming, functional programming, and object-oriented programming. In this video, we are not going to discuss about the styles of programming, but for you guys, just remember that Python is a multi-paradigm programming language, which means you can use any paradigm style for your program. Just remember that there are two flavors of languages available, and those are the compiled languages and the interpreted languages. The compiled programming languages like C and Java take significant amount of time to compile a large program. And that means you need more time just to check whether the written code is giving same intended output or not. You have a sort of live translator, which is translating code in real time for the CPU to understand the written code of instructions. There is no need to run compiler in Python, and your code is interpreted and understood in real time by the CPU, which is super amazing. Most of the modern programming languages are the garbage collectors like Python, which means if you run stored program in the Python, your CPU reads data from the memory and writes data back into the memory. And here you have a concern that what happened to the data not used at all. As Python is a garbage collector programming language, so you don't have to worry cleaning up data from the memory. The Python is doing this job for you guys. Unfortunately, many native languages like in C and Java, programmer is responsible to clean the garbage data from the memory. But in Python, that is not the case. If you like this video, hit on subscribe for more upcoming videos on this channel.